Every Christmas, I get around to watching my favorite holiday movies. One of the best is Home Alone. It wasn't even a movie I saw as a kid, I've only seen it in the last couple years, but it became an instant favorite of mine. It goes beyond what's needed for a Christmas movie by having well-made comedic and heartwarming moments. The film has many reds and greens, a brilliant touch by director Chris Columbus. It's just a beautiful movie to watch. All the characters are memorable, no matter how big or small the part is. Macaulay Culkin is just perfect as Kevin. He brings the right amount of sincerity to the role, being an equal amount of brat and sweetheart, which is exactly what kids are like. His family is only in the film for a couple minutes, but I remember everyone like Buzz, Fuller, and his dick of an uncle. John Candy's even in the movie, being just as funny as he always was. The burglars are played by Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern. It's cliched, but they do such a good job, you really think these two could be actual people. The movie was written by John Hughes, who was famous for a lot of teenage films of the 80s, like 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, and Ferris Bueller, that film being one of my favorites of all time. He had his own distinct style. He would make fun of childhood, but he'd also praise it. Home Alone is no different. The thing everyone seems to remember is the last 20 minutes when Kevin sets the traps for the burglars. I always found that to be the weakest part of the movie, but luckily, the rest of the movie is scattered with subtle humor and endearing moments. It's too bad that John Hughes would spend the rest of his career trying to duplicate the ending of this movie, but I guess you have to make money somehow. It might be hard to believe that a family could actually forget about a kid. In fact, there's a whole theory that Uncle Frank planned it all out because he hated Kevin. If you haven't read that, I would. It's insane. While most of the second act goes by with not much going on, it still works. It has scenes of Kevin messing around while his mother tries desperately to get home. I think this is the strongest part of the movie because every scene hits a bullseye. It's not the funniest movie of all time, but it has a unique feel that can only be explained with one word: Christmas. The best scene isn't even a funny one. Kevin goes into the church and meets up with a scary old man who lives in the neighborhood. The music, atmosphere, and the way it's shot are all remarkable. It gets to me every time, and you kinda snap out of it for a second because, come on, this is Home Alone. It's just some dumb kids movie about making impossible traps. Yet at the same time, there's a reason this movie was such a big success. It goes beyond just being a family movie. It's a movie that hits every emotion that we have around the holidays, and I can't get enough of it. If you need to see one Christmas film this year, I'd give this a watch.